Valak, as introduced in the horror film The Nun, is a demonic entity that has captivated audiences with its chilling presence and sinister lore. The character is based on a demon mentioned in ancient grimoires, such as the Lesser Key of Solomon, where Valak is described not as a nun, but as a child with angel's wings riding a two-headed dragon, commanding legions of spirits. The nun, however, Valak is depicted as a terrifying, malevolent force in the form of a demonic nun, establishing a direct connection to the religious and spiritual anxieties that fuel horror narratives. The significance of Valak in The Nun extends beyond its frightening guise. The demon serves as a focal point for exploring themes of faith versus evil, the power of belief, and the unsettling silence of an isolated convent setting. Within the broader context of the Conjuring universe, Valak's role is crucial as it interconnects various storylines and establishes a shared narrative universe, enhancing the depth and intrigue for audiences invested in these interconnected films. One real-world application of Valak's character is its influence on modern horror cinema, particularly how it exemplifies the trend of drawing on historical and mythological sources to create compelling horror villains. This approach adds a layer of authenticity and depth to the narratives, making them more engaging for viewers. Another example is the way Valak's portrayal has sparked interest in demonology and the historical text that details such entities, bridging entertainment and historical curiosity. Critics and fans alike have praised the chilling depiction of Valak, noting its powerful impact on the horror genre. However, some religious groups have expressed concerns about the portrayal of religious figures and settings in a horror context, arguing that it can be blasphemous or disrespectful to the faith associated with such imagery. Controversies surrounding Valak's depiction often center on the broader debate about the portrayal of religious themes in horror films. While some appreciate the genre's ability to use these themes to explore the human psyche's darkest fears, others argue it risks trivializing serious religious beliefs. This dichotomy highlights the broader challenge within the horror genre to balance entertainment with sensitivity to deeply held cultural and religious values. Ultimately, Valak in The Nun not only serves as a terrifying antagonist, but also enriches the narrative tapestry of the Conjuring universe, highlighting the power of myth and folklore in shaping modern storytelling. This connection enhances audience engagement by weaving together elements of fear, history, and the supernatural into a cohesive and gripping narrative experience. The heading in question connects to the dark history and lore surrounding the demon Valak, as famously depicted in the movie The Nun. Valak is a malevolent entity drawn from ancient demonological texts, specifically the Lesser Key of Solomon, where it is described as a great president of hell, commanding legions of demons. In these texts, Valak is often portrayed as a child with angel wings riding a two-headed dragon, a stark contrast to the terrifying figure depicted in contemporary horror films. This disparity between the ancient depiction and modern interpretation is significant because it highlights how folklore evolves and adapts to suit the cultural and artistic demands of different eras. In cinematic terms, Valak's portrayal in The Nun leverages a horrifying aesthetic to evoke fear and intrigue, fitting seamlessly into the movie's narrative while simultaneously reshaping the myth for current audiences. Two real-world applications of Valak's demonology lie in its embodiment of cultural fears and its merchandising value. Firstly, Valak represents a broader societal fascination with the occult and the unknown, serving as a vessel for collective anxieties. Secondly, from a commercial standpoint, Valak has become an icon within the horror genre, leading to a proliferation of related merchandise, such as costumes and collectibles. These examples demonstrate how ancient lore can be repurposed and commodified within modern entertainment industries. From a critical standpoint, opinions diverge on the impact of such portrayals. An icon within the horror genre, leading to a proliferation of related merchandise, such as costumes and collectibles. These examples demonstrate how ancient lore can be repurposed and commodified within modern entertainment industries. From a critical standpoint, opinions diverge on the impact of such portrayals. Advocates argue that they keep folklore alive, sparking interest and research into historical texts and beliefs. Critics, however, contend that sensationalized portrayals can distort and oversimplify complex mythologies, potentially leading to misconceptions about the cultural origins. The controversy surrounding Valak's depiction underscores a broader debate within the genre regarding the balance between artistic freedom and cultural accuracy. The demon Valak's lore also intersects with other elements of the main topic by acting as a narrative device to explore themes of faith, evil, and redemption within the horror genre. Its presence in films like The Nun not only serves to frighten audiences but also to deepen the narrative, adding layers of mystery and suspense. This interplay between real-world mythology and fictional storytelling enriches the cinematic experience, creating a complex tapestry that is both entertaining and thought-provoking. Thus, Valak epitomizes the dynamic relationship between historical lore and modern storytelling, illustrating how ancient demons continue to haunt contemporary imaginations. The demon Valak, prominently featured in the movie The Nun, traces its origins back to demonology, a study with roots as old as mankind's fear of the unknown itself. Valak, also spelled as Valak, Volak or Wallach, is noted in several ancient grimoires, including the renowned The Lesser Key of Solomon, which is a compilation of demonological texts from the 17th century. These texts, Valak is described as a mighty demon who appears as a child with angelic wings, riding a two-headed dragon, and possessing the ability to locate treasures and control snakes. The historical origins of Valak in demonology are significant as they highlight how cultural fears and religious interpretations shape the depiction of demons. Its presence in early demonological texts indicates a tradition of attributing supernatural explanations to the mysteries and dangers of the world, which found their way into folklore and later, popular media. This historical context enriches the narrative depicted in The Nun, adding layers of authenticity and depth by drawing on actual demonological lore. Real-world applications of Valak's legend can be seen in both literature and psychology. In literature, Valak serves as a classic example of how historical demonology influences modern horror fiction, providing authenticity and a chilling connection to historical fears. In psychology, the study of demons like Valak reflects the human tendency to personify evil, thus offering insights into the collective unconscious and the mechanisms by which societies externalize internal fears. Opinions about the significance of demonological figures like Valak often emphasize their cultural and psychological roles. Scholars argue that such demons embody the dark, unexplored facets of human psyches and societies, serving as both a warning and an explanation for evil and misfortune. However, challenges and controversies arise from the portrayal of demonological figures. Skeptics argue that these depictions can perpetuate fear and superstition. Moreover, some religious groups might view the dramatization of demons as trivializing serious spiritual beliefs. The origins of Valaki in demonology influence other aspects of the main epitome by connecting the historical demon to contemporary interpretations in film and popular culture. This link underscores the enduring fascination with and fear of demonic entities, illustrating how historical narratives continue to haunt and captivate modern audiences. Understanding Valak's roots in demonology provides a richer perspective on its portrayal in The Nun, revealing how the past continually shapes our storytelling and perception of evil. The concept of Valak as depicted in The Nun is rooted deeply in demonology, a branch of theology can captivate modern audiences. Understanding Valak's roots in demonology provides a richer perspective on its portrayal in The Nun, revealing how the past continually shapes our storytelling and perception of evil. The concept of Valak as depicted in The Nun is rooted deeply in demonology, a branch of theology concerned with the study of demons or beliefs about demons. Valak is traditionally portrayed as a child with angel wings, riding a two-headed dragon. In The Nun, however, Valak takes a more terrifying form, adding layers to its lore and capturing the imagination of horror enthusiasts. This transformation highlights the cinematic and narrative liberties taken to accentuate horror's fear factor, a crucial element in understanding the demon's role across different mediums. The significance of Valak in The Nun lies in its embodiment of evil and its role as a central antagonist that drives the plot. This portrayal contributes to a deeper understanding of how fictional narratives can manipulate traditional lore to evoke fear, challenge beliefs, and reflect broader cultural imaginations surrounding the supernatural. Valak's presence in the film is essential for exploring themes of faith, vulnerability, and the eternal battle between good and evil, resonating with viewers who are intrigued by the classic horror setup of confronting dark forces. One example of Valak's influence is its integration into the Conjuring universe, where it serves as a connective thread among several films, creating an expanded universe that draws audiences into a continuous narrative. Another real-world application is the fascination and subsequent research into the origins and traditional portrayals of demons like Valak, which has spurred discussions among enthusiasts of demonology and the supernatural. This interest not only enhances engagement with the film, but also encourages exploration of historical texts and folklore, bridging entertainment and education. Opinions supporting Valak's fictional portrayal suggest that adapting its image for modern audiences intensifies the horror experience, making it more relatable and impactful. Critics, however, argue that such dramatic reinterpretations can distort the understanding of historical and cultural